Guys, if there's anything we can't do without, aside from money, don't come for me, it's fashion, it's lifestyle, it's what we wear, to where we wear them, and how we wear them. This is State of the Culture brought to you by Izaysan. I am Nafisat Abdurrahman. And guys, are you seeing this beauty? Like, these people are so beautiful. Can I say a guy is beautiful? Because Chinedu, you are beautiful.
I'm regular.
Okay, guys, on today's episode of the show, we'll be talking about Gen Z fashion in the age of realism. You will agree with me that a lot has happened, a lot has evolved over time. But these guys called Gen Z, they don't stop busting my head. They bring in new things. I'm not saying everything is positive, but before I go deep into the discussion, meet my man, my guy, the fashion designer, a creative director. His name is Chinedu Idigo. Hello, Chinedu. How are you doing?
Hello, nice to see you again.
I like your outfit too.
Thank you so much. I like it.
No, I'm not telling you to tell me thank you. Guy, give it to me when you're going.
I'll make you one afterwards, don't worry.
And on my right is Otu, Ashwani, Magdalena. But we call her Lina over here. Like, it's so simple, you know? And she's a fashion model. She's also a host. She's a podcast host. She's a medical biochemist. As in, how do you do these things? How can you be a fashion model and be a medical biochemist at the same time? And oh, for the big one, she is Miss World Nigeria. Can I hear? You people should clap now. Hello, Lina. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. Good to see you again.
I must confess, you're looking so beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Now I'm blushing.
Okay. Guys, let's get into the business.
Yeah.
Let me start with you, Chinedu.
Yeah.
What tribe are you?
I'm Igbo.
What
I'm
tribe are you,
Igbo.
Lina?
I'm Bouquet from Cross River State.
Ha!
Yeah.
Hey, these people. How well do you speak your language?
Very, very, I feel 80%. I try.
That's a lot. That's an A. Okay, so what do you call fashion in Igbo?
Fashion in Igbo is, there's no, I don't think there's any particular word for fashion, but
Why don't I
Nyijuaru.
ask you?
Nyijuaru. We say Nyijuaru, you cover your body. It's more like, because, fashion is more about covering your nakedness, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Nyijuaru, Nyiche.
I need to confirm that because
I will
you're
come
not
back.
sure. You're not sure.
No, but it aligns.
Okay. Lina, you do a lot of things.
Oh, yes.
So I'm just going to ask, how do you say somebody is a fashion model in your language?
Okay, for the record, actually, see, I should be shy saying this right now.
I didn't even bother asking you how well you speak your language. But yeah, because I want to cut her off guard. You know, I want to catch her off guard. So tell me, how do you say that?
I wouldn't really know though, because I don't speak Bouquet like that.
Okay, let's do it this way.
Yeah.
What language do you speak well?
Just English.
Yeah,
just the normal universal thing. And then I think a little bit of Hausa.
Okay, so say it in Hausa.
What is fashion in Hausa, for crying out loud? I don't get that right now.
Guys, this is what I'm talking about. No, we need to do something.
And that's people barely know, people barely can define fashion.
In any language.
Yeah.
So it's
I agree with you,
fault,
because
right?
even in my language, I don't know what I don't know
Nobody,
what to call
I think
fashion.
that's because nobody had ever given the thought that deep
Yeah,
to worry about, you know.
Come to think of it, maybe when this language started off, there was nothing like fashion, even in the English world.
I guess so.
I think it just came up.
I'm just saying, dude, that guys don't come for me.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, don't come for me. Okay, so guys, how did you get here? Like, you being a creative director of Edufab, and being a fashion designer.
Yeah.
How did you start this journey? How did you get here? How is it going? How has it been for you?
Oh, well, fashion for me has always been, I think fashion has always been part of me, because I was one person growing up who always liked to dress a particular color or, put things together. I'm always more worried about what to wear and how to wear it. So it gave way for me back in school. You know how Nigeria is. You need
How
to.
is Nigeria?
Nigeria,
I don't know.
Nigeria is a country where you need to support yourself.
True.
Because there's this support yourself system going on where you don't have to always call Popsy and Momsy back home for things. So my journey started in school, and then I felt, okay, let me start with this little story. I walked into church one day and my pastor said, so many of you are talented, gifted with so much, blessings or ideas that you need to convert it from just being a blessing into making money. And then I was at my weakest point because I was like, what do I know how to do better?
Best.
And then pastor said, I quote, when I'm not asking you to be a stripper or I'm saying something
something
better,
reasonable.
something reasonable, something legal, So, and then, I said, oh, okay, I love dressing up. I love putting clothes together. I love styling people because I start with my sister and my mom. And my mom would be like, nah, should I wear this one? Should I not wear this one?
I think that's where fashion designers
Our
always
parents
start
start asking
from.
us questions. So I did the interest, came up, and I took fashion serious. I had to go to fashion school, I went through the classes and I came out and I said, okay, this is time for. And then I tell people that you never ever stop learning fashion.
True.
So when I meet people and they're like, how long did you go to fashion school? I'm like, oh, you never stop learning. We learn every single day. So fashion came in. I graduated and I had to take my fashion business serious because Nigeria is a country where people ask you for 6 to 4 and 3 years experience before they employ you.
I'm not gonna lie, that's
So
true. That's so true.
So fashion had to be it. Fashion's been paying the bills. It's still paying the bills, and we hope it keeps paying the bills because there's this joy working for yourself and owning your brand and choosing which collection to put out there and all that stuff. So I mean, the journey so far has been great. I am a chartered manager. I went to the Institute of Management Diplomacy.
Are you serious?
Yes.
And you're creating all this fashion. I'm not going to say anything. I'm coming.
But let me create Institute of Public Diplomacy and Management. So I belong to the board, and once in a while I put management, and I did business management actually because I needed business management to boost my business.
Yeah, you did.
So I think I always wanted to be a banker. Yeah, I always wanted to be a banker. There's this luxury that comes with working in the bank.
Are they really luxuries?
No. Back then there was this idea of
if you're a banker, you have money.
And then I was more worried. I think while others were interested in the calculative aspect of banking, I was more about I would wake up in the morning, wear very good, cute outfits, look good, and I speak the English to speak to the bank. I'm like, hello, welcome. Welcome to Access Bank. So that was more it for me anyway.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Lina,
Oh, yeah.
what's your own side of the story?
Well, I have many insights to my side of the story. Yeah. When I started, I was this child growing, and I love good things. I love looking good. Then my mom always tell me, if she sends us to do something, she'll be like, take this bucket and then go fetch water. Then I'll have to hide, sneak back into the house and look for what to wear. Just to go and fetch water.
Whoa.
And then there was a certain day she now came and said, you see that gold crown you think you have on your head? I will pull it. And I was like, this woman. She doesn't really understand.
Nigerian parents will bring you
they
down.
always bring you down. So I was so intentional about how I look, where I go to, what people will say, you get. I just wanted to be this person that stands out. The moment I walk into a place, like,
You'll be like, okay.
you look
You just wanted to be this
like,
person that is never caught off guard.
exactly, never to be caught on fresh. You get it?
Then we have our moments.
Yeah, we
have
have
our
moments.
moments. So when I got in, I grew up. I was this lady that I love competition so much. And then I watched models do their thing on stage, like runway models, and I'll be like, one day I want to be like that. I want to be this girl. People see it too, and then I carry a face of a brand, and people will be like, wow, this girl. Yeah, exactly. And then I got into the university, I think my 4th year, because I was like, now about chemistry, when you're studying pathways and all that, you don't want to be distracted. When you see CGP and you're like, what is this?
What is this?
I had to focus, and I told myself, okay, when I've built myself to an extent, I can now go fully into it. So my final year, like my 4th year in school, was when I started. In fact, I think my third year, they gave me Miss Biochemistry, like in my school. I didn't contest anybody. They were just like, see, you watch this thing. I don't see anybody that can contend with you. So I was like, give it to me, man.
Give it to her. Like, what are you saying?
I deserve it. I earned it.
Though at some point, I was like, I know it's not going to be easy. Fixing in education alongside your hustle and what you like, your passion, you get it gets difficult sometimes.
Sure.
But one thing I will tell you is determination. I think, while growing up, you're open to a lot of things. You're this energetic, and you can focus your energy in different things you do. And then that was how I continued, and then here I am today. So,
Guys, if you have a dream, just follow it.
like seriously,
Don't let
please.
anybody bring you down.
At
Don't let
all, at
anybody
all. Don't let
collect
that.
your crown.
Don't
In
let
quotes.
That's something.
Okay, so we've talked about how you got here, how this dream, how who you are today started. Gen Z fashion. What comes to your mind? Because me, when I hear Gen Z fashion, I'm not going to lie. Before now, I always be like, all those guys that used to wear rags, wear this one, wear that one, wear this one. And it's true because a lot of people confirmed it. A lot of people, when you just this one is Gen Z. I have an example. A friend of mine works with somebody, and this guy, he doesn't care. Put on his earring, then wear suits and dreadlocks.
Wow.
And put on, he likes shade. Even inside the room, this guy will wear shade. And I'll be like, na Gen Z, na Gen Z. If not, why will you be doing this thing inside this place? Why are you dressing like this? And you're like, wait, what do you take us for? So guys, I beg, enlighten me. I want to know. Gen Z. And it's not just about what they wear. The moment you talk about Gen Z fashion, to a typical African person, you're not going to find it funny because they be like, this is not African. This is not the way our forefathers used to dress. You need to wear this, you need to wear that.
up.
Oh, you're not supposed to do this. And sometimes it's not just about the fashion sense of this age.
It's the way they do their thing.
It's the way they do their thing. Like, I mean, look at the election that just passed now. We've never had so much voice. We've never had so much people coming in to vote, leaving their comfort zones. So that's to tell that these people, they are ready. They just want, for me, I feel you can't tell them to keep quiet. Not just in fashion, not just in what they believe, not just in who they are, politics, culture,
Almost
religion,
everything.
They feel like this is who I am, and see, you people are going to accept me.
Exactly.
That's
Like I don't
Sorosuke.
care.
Like,
what you think.
yeah, Sorosuke. You people have to accept me. So guys, what's your take? And what do you think about this thing?
Oh well, I feel like the world is evolving, and it's up to us to evolve with it. So I get the old, it wasn't done this way, this wasn't done this way, there's a way we do things. But there's no manual. I just tell people, there's no manual that says this is how a man should be, or this is how a woman should be. We're humans, we wake up every day with different ideas, different personalities. So for me, I feel Gen Zs are just people living themselves. Our parents, for example, during their time, were not allowed to be who they wanted to be.
True.
Because our grandparents had this idea where, I mean, they'll be like, oh, you're going to be a lawyer. These are how lawyers
behave.
These are how doctors behave, Do this, don't do this. And they
even
impose
that
these
on
doctrines
you.
on me, exactly. So they grew up with it. So that's why, to me, the generation now don't conform to the norm of the old.
To the society, the norm of the
They have
society
their
at large.
voice. They have their voice, their fashion, their way of life, their lifestyle. So I don't ever. I'm one person who. I'm a fashion designer. I don't criticize fashion, and I don't tell people how to dress. But I don't tell people how to dress because that's because I don't. I don't tell people how, because people dress from their own way of, say
Maybe their mood.
exactly, that's the right word, their mood. People dress according to their mood. There are days you wake up and you don't want to put on a suit.
Sure.
And there are days, and then your society, and where you find yourself gives you a clue on how to dress in that particular area or behave. you live in a Raz neighborhood. I use the word Raz, excuse me, because the minute you're found being all gentleman-ish,
Forget it.
you're done.
Yeah.
It's the ghetto.
Yeah.
It's the ghetto. So,
Yeah.
you know, now coming back to Gen Zs, I just feel these people are people who don't want to obey your rules. They don't want to follow your guidelines. They just want to be themselves. Now, there's a limit to all these things. I agree.
Of course, there is.
Now, but let's worry about the person's mental health. Let's worry about the person's mental health. Nigeria is a country where we don't give room for therapy. We don't take therapy serious.
You know, we've once talked about, we've had a topic on mental health, and the moment you tell somebody you're going to see a therapist, you're not well up there. That's just what it is.
So I feel the Gen Zs dress according to their mood and then their mental state. You get.
But really, yeah, some dress according to their mental health, while some do not even know. They just have this copycat kind of thing.
Peer pressure.
At this point, I want to do this. This person looks hot, and then people commented like, you get like this hot bad
social media.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, man, it's really getting somewhere, really. And then some do not even check on it. They just want to look all like that. They don't care the occasion or exactly. They don't care.
That's why we have issues with
exactly.
Being a designer, it's difficult to tell a client, that this will look good on you, because you know how they see things off the internet and they want it.
But sometimes, don't you think, and convincing or explaining why will go a long way? Because I remember, while I got my friends in quotes actually, whenever they want to wear something and I don't go with it. They respect that. I don't know why. Maybe because they know, okay, I love fashion. I know what goes at this point, and
maybe they
so the moment they believe I know what.
You.
So by the time you're putting on something, I'll be like, babe, check this thing out now. This should not go. Wear this one, it go well. You see this thing where you wear this top, no, wear that one, it fits. You get, and then they just go in line with it. So I think,
but that's a different scenario, you know.
Actually, right?
Yeah,
actually, right? No, but sometimes
Exactly.
I still do. Like even random people, my neighbors, some of them, like we don't really talk. We're not that. But whenever they want to dress, they come to me and be like, Lina, I want to go out today. What do you think? I'll be like, okay, now use this. Yeah. So I think maybe when you give them prior knowledge of, because they have to know not everything you wear fits you. Yeah. Not anything you see this person wear, you wear it and it fits in.
I actually understand where Chinedu is coming from, because personally, I already have this sense of fashion. Yeah. So sometimes I want to dress this way, for instance, but Chinedu is telling me, cannot wear this thing, no, especially on this type of wrapper or on this type of material. Yeah. And this person will tell you, I've been wearing this thing since I was born.
It's true,
you cannot, Oga, this is my body. I know what looks good on me. If you sew.
So if you don't sew, I'll give it to someone else.
The minute you say no, some other designer or tailor gets the job and makes it available for that person. So you're losing.
That's true.
So Nigeria is a country where people don't want to conform to, this is my body, this is how my body is, this is what I should wear.
And before you know, they start telling social media what I ordered was what I got. Exactly. They won't tell them the backstory.
No.
They won't.
The backstory. I mean, it's the attention that matters.
So, we've talked about Gen Z, and we've talked about one or two about it. I personally feel there are two sides to a coin. Yeah. There's always a positive and there's always a negative. Let's not just look at, okay, these old people are saying this is not African, this is not how we used to do this, we don't dress like this, and what have you. But when you look at it critically, some people don't know how to dress, when to dress, to where to dress to.
So for me, I always say where you're heading to matters most, and then the group of people you're going to be in between them. Nigerians are generally people who don't accept everything.
Yep.
So most times when I dress, and I'm dressing to a particular place, I worry about acceptance, one, and then this my own state of mind, because and comfortability too. So I try and dress a way that fits into my destination.
Okay.
Now sometimes I don't even care. That's because I'm a human being too.
Yeah.
And your opinion doesn't really
Doesn't
matter
matter,
at all.
okay.
Because and it's because I can defend what I'm wearing. Now, so many persons don't care about that. Oh, I got this new outfit, I like to wear it, and then they wear it to that particular place without caring how the person that's next to feels. Now, people have this courage. So when you're going to hang out with people, I always tell people, worry about the kind of people you're going to hang out with.
Yeah.
I'm a person who gets easily irritated. I'll be honest with you, and I don't know how to hide it. I'll be like, "What are you wearing?" Yeah, I'm that kind of. I might pick up my phone and I'll text you. Yeah, and I'll be like, "What are you wearing?" Do you understand? So worry about those things, and then don't overdo it. There are places you go to, you shouldn't overdress. For your comfort, so you can breathe.
Yeah.
Are we hanging out? Are we talking business? Are we having more people? Because you would like to look good in presence of other people.
For other people,
say you're used to somebody does not. You still want to worry about other persons you're going to see.
Of course.
Yeah, but don't overdo it.
Talking about overdoing it.
See, a lot of Nigerians, a lot of Gen Zs like now overdo it. You get like when you even see the ladies right now, like still the talk of where to wear, when, why, how you should. That becomes a your problem. It's really the number one problem. Yeah, the Gen Z, because right now their mindset is I don't really care.
Yes.
Gone are those days when people care, and then you walk into a place and one woman will just be like, "What are you wearing? Cover this thing." Like now, if you talk to a Gen Z, like, and then how is it your problem? I wear what I want to. Exactly, it's my body. But I still feel, it has really influenced us kind of negatively. I think the negative aspect of it's really more than the positive you get, because now people tend to just you're going to a particular place, maybe you have an official meeting and you feel I want to be this bad bitch. You can't go and do bad bitch in an official meeting. Yeah, so you should know exactly how you look. I think that's I think we should, or the Gen Zs should be inculcated in that aspect just to avoid talks. I think when you do that, you avoid people saying, "What you do wear? What's the meaning of this? You don't look good," or something. I think really
sometimes it's not just about what you wear or how you wear them. Your courage
comes to mind.
Yeah.
What you're wearing and the way you are behaving, they are like this. Like I've actually seen people like that, and I'll be like, how can you be so decent and you're so indecent in your speech? Like how? Or how can you be, wow, like I didn't expect this to come from her. She speaks so like that. Anyway, let's leave the whole how you wear, where you wear them, to where you wear them. Have you ever considered using African patterns in your outfits, in your designs, like African prints, some traditional wears?
We call them African prints. They're not African.
Oh,
they're made in China and brought down here for. There's no the African prints. The African prints, to me, is the tie and dye we do. Ankara is not necessarily an African
print.
No, we'll go to China.
But it's just known to be an African.
So
maybe
adopted.
It's adopted. Maybe we Africans wear it so much.
African prints today is adopted and imported from China. It's not African if it's not
made in Nigeria.
Exactly.
Okay. So I'm talking about the likes of Ashoki.
Yeah.
The likes of Ashoki. The likes of the I don't know what they call it, Igbo rappers. We have some Igbo George, and then these things that are known to us. You do that. How soon? Because
Well, for me, I worry about the pattern on the fabric. I don't feel everybody should just go for all patterns.
Okay.
I feel there's a pattern for your mood. Some days you just want to be black and white, and some day you want to have pop of colors. So as a designer, when I'm working with that particular fabric, so most times some clients will tell you, get this for me. I want to wear it to this place. And I for one try to worry about where they're going to and the kind of story they want to tell, the appearance they want to make, So that counts for me. So I'm picky when it comes to the African print in quotes. I don't go for all, but I like working with them. But the problem is they are inferior ones and they're very good ones. Now you have a problem if you get the inferior one and you make it and it washes off.
Yeah.
Another problem is so many clients don't want to pay for the very, very good one because they feel it's African prints. It should be cheap.
It should be cheap.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's not the way it is.
No, it's not the way it is. So it's creative. I like it. I just for one don't. I'm not a person who wears it. I don't wear it more often because I feel like at this time, it's for me, I get more joy when I'm making it for somebody who is not African because they value it more.
Okay.
The white man, no offense, I mean, I'm trying to. The white man wants to wear the African print, wants to look African. So these are people who pay more for it. They pay more for it than Nigerians, than Africans in total.
No, they do actually.
It's not just about fashion. It's not just about clothes. We have this thing of when we have access to something, we don't value it.
True.
We don't value because you see these people coming in, even on weddings where a lady has white friends. The white friends are always like, what are we going to wear? No, please, let's go all traditional and what have you. And these white guys, when they come out, no lies, they actually look good on African.
On it, yeah. For many I've seen, yeah, they look so good on it.
This Hollywood actress come to Nigeria and hit me up through a friend, and guess what? She just wanted African print all through. And where we had issues was selecting the particular patterns. Yes, because they are very picky too. Yeah. And it was amazing. I know it was really amazing because she valued it more than I would have. I mean, because I have access to it. I feel like, see, Nigerians, we reduced it to burial clothes. In Igbo land, when there's a funeral, nobody's wearing black. Black for what? Everybody's wearing African, and you have to, and you go to the market for that particular African print.
Everybody is sewing. Everybody, the men, the women.
Now, what I love about it is there's always a segregation. This particular people are wearing this one, and then we know who they are, what they represent in the family. And then these other ones are wearing this one. It's always the joy.
Wow.
So for me, those are times where I like to wear African prints more because, I belong to that particular family. So there's this, I'm from a royal family. So whenever we're having an Ofala festival, I don't know if you've heard of Ofala festival. When we're having our festival, the fabrics are selected for a particular branch of the family. So there's this joy when you wear yours and you feel among.
Fashion is another thing that makes people to show off.
Right.
Makes people to show off.
Yeah,
true.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's acceptable anyways.
We know Nigerians, we love our trends. We love it. I mean, we know that when this whole thing started, there was a lot of no acceptance, but now people are beginning to accept it. Even though we are still saying it should be modified, know how you wear, what to wear, and when. And fashion, not just any type of fashion, the Gen Z fashion has played a massive role on the society. How do you think we should explore this? How should we explore Gen Z fashion to our own advantage?
So look at me.
I'm looking at you.
I have my ear. On a very good day, Nigerians or the generation before
the older generation,
they have zero tolerance. I could be like this and I say good morning, sir, and the man ignores me.
Of course.
Or good afternoon, ma. And she's like, she tells me off. Now, the problem is fashion is something that shouldn't hinder or bring up hatred or what's that word? Ignoring people. I tell people we dress according to our mood. Sometimes I don't want to wear the earring. Sometimes I want to, but it's because I feel like I'm heading somewhere and I want to look different from everybody I'm coming to hang out with. Because it's this joy when you're not regular like they are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
You're unique.
So I feel like so I always tell people, don't judge a book by its cover. They have more to offer. Talk to them. When you see people dressed in a certain way, Try
Get to
and
know them.
engage them and then know why they are there.
Mhm.
Sometimes there's an explanation. That's why I for one don't have a problem with the Gen Z fashion. I'll be honest with you, I'm a fashion designer. My business or my comes first. Do you understand? I'm open to, I would be the last person you see wearing a palazzo before. 2 or 3 years ago, I would never ever wear one, but I make them for people. But today, I have lots of them.
You need to represent your brand.
Exactly.
Apart from representing your brand, I think you've now explored. You now have prior knowledge of why you get here, and then this thing is good. Wow, it's a different fashion on its own. Let's do it.
There's always this feel when you
it's what is trending
now. Like
sometimes it's not always what is trending. But as a designer, I like to bring. I always do my research. Now I try not to always worry about what is trending, but what I feel when I wear it, I'll get the client. Now I'm the face of my brand, so people look up to me. What is Edufab's wearing? I walk after one day to an office in Nigeria, and I kept getting good morning, sir.
Yes.
Good morning, sir.
Especially when you're talking up with a tap.
Exactly. So the thing is, I'm here, I'm versatile. Fashion is versatile.
Actually,
you do this, you see how it is. Don't criticize which part of any part of fashion. Just try it first. I always tell people, try it first. You would see if you don't like it. I always tell people, try it first. Don't criticize because that person is wearing it and you feel like, try it, give it a try. If you don't like it, then
better
on you. I would never have this on, but today
you have it, and it looks good on you.
Exactly. So if you're a person who can pull off all looks, I just feel people should give room to anything.
Change.
Give room to try. Don't judge.
You don't always have to be the same. People should not predict
let people
your sort of fashion.
So many persons want to come close to you, but they just feel you will tell them off. Do you understand? So they avoid you.
She's not this type of
person. Try and be that kind of person. Try and be that type of person for a day at most. Try and be flexible.
Talking about that, I used to get this. I had a conversation with somebody, then he was like, why did you wear this? Why won't you always be the way you are or the way you used to be? And I said, no, I'm a model. I'm moreover, I explore. I love anything fashion. Exactly. So you can't always get me all the time on what she wears. This is how she looks all the time. So the moment I'm coming, you'll be like, she should be the one. This is what she. No. I don't like to be predicted. I love to be unique all the time. Yeah. So there are sometimes it may go enter my head in the evening. I'll be like, come on, I need to be on a skimpy, just a spaghetti top kind of thing, and then with a nice palazzo trouser, and I'm good to work for the evening. So you can't always get me that like that all the time. Like man, for me, I don't really care. But I just know you need to learn. And then furthermore, those people that say that are not really broad when it comes to fashion. They don't really get the sense. And then when I tend to explain to them, they were like, wow, now I understand. I said, yes, because you don't know, you counter that. So why don't you explore? If you feel this looks good on you, I wouldn't mind trying Edu's clothes next time. Like, wow, let me see how it's going to look like. Like, man, you get. So I think that's it anyways.
Fashion is not just a broad topic. It's broad in its own sense. In all ways, you want to talk about how you're to wear this, or you want to talk about how you're to even make this look good on you. I mean, somebody may decide to wear what you're wearing in a different way and it will look super good too. So nobody is saying you should do it the way other people are doing it, but you just have to accept people. And it's not just about fashion, no. In all ways, we find it very hard to accept different people into our lives. Like different this, different that, this background. Oh, we are not the same. Oh, we are not this. Oh, we are not.
From a different place, yeah.
Why? Guys, like, why? Let's talk about money, because me, I'm tired. Fashion. Since let's talk about the ego, guys, the cash. Even if we're in a cashless time, like Lina, how well has being a fashion model? How well has it sustained you?
For me, when I got into the fashion industry and then being a model and then a beauty queen as such, the first thing I was attracted to was the grand prize for models. Yes. And then I was like, okay, if I'm to model this brand and somebody pays me, why then should I sit? I'm not supposed to waste that opportunity, because if I have the potentials to get this thing and I just allow it to wait and I sit there to say, oh, why others are using it to make money? Come on, girl, go for this. And then the first pageant I was attracted to, I think in 2017, 18 was a 200,000 naira. So I was like, okay.
And price.
217.
Yeah,
Big money,
yeah,
yeah.
229. And then I was like, okay, if I can actually go for this and I win it, my personality should speak for me.
Yeah.
True.
So if I can say things in my head and then I use my brain, brainstorming, and I tell people what they need to hear, and I'm different from others. You get the ideology of what everybody thinks about
Yes.
models and pageants queens.
True,
You get,
yeah.
true.
they sleep around, they do this. Now men, they do this one for
Yeah,
them.
it's not just project queen. It's in every
No,
It's
now
not
it's
bankers,
everywhere
everywhere.
now.
Bankers.
But
But then
then,
it was more at the
but
moment.
then
Models.
it was the models you get. So when I got into that, I was like, okay, fine. I need to give people a different sense
side
of
of the
this.
story.
They should have a different ideology on this. I had problems with people because of this. I didn't even tell my dad I was going to contest. I used my house rent. When I saw it online, I was like, okay.
But you get mine.
Ah,
you
guys,
use your house rent.
This one is, I used my house rent, and I was like, if I use this one, if I win this thing, 200,000, I could pay house rent. I still remain with
have
money.
money,
You get,
yeah.
and I'll still use that crown for things. Now I'll be a model to so many brands, and they'll pay me. Why don't I take this risk? I had to close my mind. Then I had a boyfriend. Then we fought. In fact. Be like, no, you know what they think about this? I said, believe me for my word. You know who I am. I'm going there because of what I want
True.
to get. In years to come, I want to become this person and this independent lady, everybody says. But you have to start from somewhere. Life is all about planning and not just looking at what happens now. You have to look at what happens in the future so you won't get caught, you get. So that was how I did it. And then for me, see, modeling has given me everything because I lost my mom my first year in school. So I told myself, welcome to a new
Generation,
yeah, welcome to a new era. And then it was just my dad. I'm from a polygamous home. I had elder ones, I had siblings, and then I was like, whoa. So how on earth will I have to sit? He was a military officer, and then he was retired then. So I was like, okay, I need to make funds for myself. How do I use this thing? That was how I started. I'll write letters, apply to organizations, government houses. And then when you call me, I defend it. This is what I want. I tell you, I do this, I do this, I do this. And come on, I'm going to deliver. I wasn't going there because maybe I was beautiful. I don't believe I was beautiful. Not now. People tell me, wow, you look good and you're beautiful. I'm like, hey, really? I'm beautiful. Like, I did inside the thing too, you get? So the beauty was not the number one. It wasn't even there. It wasn't there. I was looking for what I was going to get and how I will impact into the society. So people would know I give out and I collect. Exactly. That is the essence of all this. So then that was just how I started. And then I made money from it. I'll write. Then, in fact, in my university days, even my VC, like everybody knew me as Queen. A lot of people did not even know my name. Like till today, the moment I walk into a place, it's Queen, you get. So that's exactly what I get. Like it has given me everything I have today. From how I look, my hair, everything. I don't think, for the record, I don't think I depend on anybody to look good. I just think of a letter to write and what to do, and then I just get it. So
I want to be like you when I grow old.
oh my
Okay.
god.
Yes. Do you know what it feels like? You know that as it is right now, if anything comes, I can take care of it. I don't need to start calling
Exactly.
anybody.
At all.
That says a lot.
I don't even know how to ask. I don't know how to beg. So I'll feel like if I'm coming to beg you now for this thing, I'll be like, hey, will she give it to me? What
exactly?
if she's using it? So that thing would just be like, you need to get your own. Find a way of getting yours, and I'll just kill it. So that was how I was.
Because it's actually not easy asking
Really,
and you get a no.
It's not really easy
It's not
asking and
easy.
getting a no.
It's not
So
easy.
I just had to get used to it. That way.
Chinedu, I know you've talked about how we don't like Nigerians don't like paying well for things.
So bad at that.
No, I won't tell off the whole Nigerians.
Okay.
Not all Nigerians.
But
There are Nigerians
some
who
people
value when they see the worth of what you're giving them, they'll pay for. See, I have amazing clients that pay for something somebody abroad will not even pay up to that amount for. Now the thing is, so is it about the payment or?
Yeah, I'm still into this
Talking about
cash.
money.
I'm talking about ego.
Oh well.
Wait, what do you call ego? Ego, yeah, money in your language.
Akuga.
I'm talking about ego, akuga.
Correct.
Kudi, owo, money. That's the mood I'm inside right now.
Yeah, right.
So I give to the society and I invest in me because for now I'm the face of my brand.
Sure.
I represent my brand more than somebody out there would interpret it. So I feel I get creative, I do more, then I sell to the society and they buy. Now, there's always a problem. Most times you release a collection and people don't go for it. People don't find it attractive enough. Now, there's always this complaint of, will it fit me? Is it not just for muscular guys? And so on. So I always try and tell them that it's for everybody. My fashion is for everybody. It's not for the short, the tall, the thick, and the slimmer. No, it's for everybody.
It's for everybody.
The only thing is make it in your size. That counts. So the monetary aspect, yes, fashion has paid way for me. It's giving me money. I pay my rent to my fashion.
You
like,
know, we need to talk about it. Has given you money. You're looking like money.
I'm not there yet, but I'm heading there.
You're
And it's
heading
in
there.
fashion all the ways. And somebody, like she said, I don't know how to ask. So I always believe, the Bible says that God has blessed every single one of us with our own skills. And see, heaven helps those who help themselves.
True.
So when I think about a collection, I create it. Now, I'm always worried about what if money don't come? What if I finish spending all this money on this particular collection here? But the good thing is God has blessed me in a way that after every collection, I get at least, not to brag, up to 10 or 12 orders from that particular collection, and it does so good for me. Now, it might not all, people think, oh, once you're done,
It's all
the orders will
rosy.
start pouring in. It's not always like that anyways. But the good thing is, my target audience, I've come to not make Nigerians my target audience, no offense to them.
I feel bad. I'm offended.
I'm in
Nigeria.
I've come to make people outside the country my target audience.
Okay.
Because this is fashion that they don't have available to them, at this moment. Nigerians don't credit bespoke.
Yeah.
We don't credit make it for me. We credit going off the rack to pick it. So it's like, oh, there's a Tommy Hilfiger shirt available now. Oh, I want it. Oh, there's a Tom Ford or Gucci.
Yeah, there's
this,
just
this international.
I think it's the same thing they do over there.
Of course.
Because they don't have accessibility to these things, so they want it more. The craving is
Do
high.
you know how excited?
They dream about, oh, I want to wear this outfit. I want to know how
I'm
to
just
look.
thinking something right now about a business. Man, how to make money.
Do you know how excited a white man gets when he finds out that I can make an outfit with in his measurement? It's amazing. It's exciting. It's amazing for him. And I'm more like,
What is there?
do you understand?
Yeah.
And he's more like, and everything's gonna align. You're making my waist. It's gonna be. I'm like, yes. Like, okay, let's do it then. So for me, I always tell people, have the passion for fashion first.
Yeah.
Don't just go into fashion because Edufab is doing it, or Yemi Casual is a fashion designer. No. If
That passion has to be there. It has to come from the inside.
Yeah.
Oh, mine has always come from the inside. I've always, because I sleep and most times I sleep and I'm like, oh, there's something I want to wear. I want to dress like this. I wake up and I'm like, okay, I'm going to the market to get this fabric by making this stuff. And then I wear it. And back then, I used to be worried about how people would accept it. I'm at the point where I don't even care. I walk into church, which is where we have all the judges.
Really all the judges.
Yeah, not
all
just,
the
not,
judges.
in fact, all
The
really.
entire people would judge you. No offense to the church. I am the church. But today, I walk. Back then, I used to, where I worship, I walk into church and people would be like, they'd be like, where's it wearing? But today, I've been so consistent.
And they have no choice than to accept you.
I have people walk up to me and say, I
love what you're
your
wearing.
audacity.
Exactly.
I love how you carry yourself. And how you wear
what you wear.
And then it makes me, and I've had all that generation. I've had somebody who's think he should be 50. And he walked up to me one day after service and he said, I love your courage. I love how you wear it. I wish I could do it. But you know how Nigeria is.
Yeah.
And Nigeria is hindering me from making him an order, a cloth. And it's
imagine
paining me.
that. It's paining me too because I should have gotten share of the money now.
So
you know what? I think we should do something about him so that you need to collect that money and we share.
We share.
Let's all put in effort. Lina,
Let's
let's do something about that, man.
seriously.
Let's do
After
something.
here, anyways, the other room. We'll talk about it.
So it's. I mean, fashion will always pay, and I tell people if you have the flair for fashion and you want to be a designer, please go ahead and be a designer, but have the passion for it. And
First.
please don't go into fashion because your friends are going to fashion. That's always a problem. And then there's a client for everybody.
Of course,
True.
there is. Yeah.
Friends should stop hating on friends because they chose to do
What they are doing.
I've I think I was there. Back then, 2017, 16, I started my brand in 2014. I lost my dad 2013. So the urge to get busy and not depend on uncle and aunties for fun, you had to kick in. Now, the thing is, we had friends then who stopped talking to because they started doing it because we were doing it. I'm at a place many years later and I'm like, I've had better clients than those. And I've had better clients than the ones they had post.
Yeah.
Because your friends will go after your clients if they know them. That's a general business.
Yeah, it's a general, yeah.
So the thing is, I always tell people there's a client for you. Don't freak out when you see. I'm one person, if I see somebody who I used to make clothes for wearing another brand,
You'll be like,
I'm at a place where I used to be like, oh, nice. And no longer he left me and patronize this person.
Yeah.
Because I know the minute you go
and do that.
there's a replacement.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
I get somebody who comes in and makes more better patronage of me than you did.
Yeah.
So it's never. Fashion is a big market.
It is.
There's more money in fashion.
We've talked about the roadmap. You've already told people what to do and what not to do if eventually you want to become a fashion designer or go into fashion in general. Like we said, nothing is perfect. Not even this fashion we are talking about.
Yeah.
We have people who do it so well.
Yes.
We have people who are in the middle. We have people who are
novice.
still like, I don't even know how to do this.
Yeah.
And some people who claim they know how to do
Yes.
it, but
But
don't
yet
know
do
how
not,
to do
yeah.
it. So now let's talk about the aspects of fashion, especially the Gen Z fashion, that we so much want improvements to come into. Like this part of fashion or this part of modeling, because when you talk about fashion, you are a model, and whether I like it or not, in one way or the other,
we work
I'm
together.
a model.
Oh, yeah.
You're a
We're all
model.
models.
Everybody
Yeah,
is a
we're
Everyone's
all
model.
model because we're
The
all
guy
wearing
behind the
yeah,
camera
yeah,
is
yeah.
a model.
You're wearing the brand.
So, how do we improve these things? How do we not just wear for wearing's sake, but wear to impact the society? Like there are times you go out, I've noticed it severally, and you see even people on the streets, they be like, you look so beautiful. Have you ever gone out and a random kid comes to say like, oh uncle, I love your dress? That's a lot.
Yes,
That's you
severally.
putting a smile on somebody's face simply by dressing in a particular way.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about other people, thousands and hundreds of people envy you who smile even without coming to tell you that. So guys, how do we improve these things? How do we put a smile on people's face? Because whatever we like about fashion speaks in life.
Of course,
Yeah.
it does.
Okay, so I would say for me it's the nicety supply. I always take it, out of me to always compliment people. So I encourage. So even most times when I feel like that person could have done better, I always encourage. Now I tell people, when you see someone dressed in a particular way, like something about what they are wearing. So I feel I compliment you, then I give you a correction. I'm not perfect, I'm still learning. I mean,
We all are.
we all are learning, yeah. So I applaud you, then I correct you, and I say, oh, it could have been a little bit longer or shorter, So that moment you give life to that person, and then the person knows that you accept them and you're not quick to tell them off.
Yeah.
So I feel people should, stop telling people off. Compliment people and then correct them. That way we'll have a sane society. Even if you're going to criticize somebody, let them pass. Nigerians or Gen Zs, let me come to Gen Zs, have this. So in the world of today, we have Gen Zs who sees you by the roadside because they are now used to a particular kind of fashion. So they see you and they are like, sit down and wear.
Yeah.
laughing.
That's
Yeah.
the word.
And then-
There, yeah.
And then they laugh there and then.
There and then, yeah.
And then tomorrow,
You see them wearing that.
they're wearing that same thing.
Like, it's the audacity for
For
me.
me.
You laughed at me yesterday.
Exactly. Exactly. So and then sometimes you find out that they are like that because they couldn't afford it, and it wasn't available to them then.
At that moment.
So they hate on you until they have a one-on-one.
That's really the perfect word to say, like
say
perfect
it.
sentence to make. They don't worry because they do not have it. Yeah, they don't have what it takes to get it, and then they now have to counter or criticize you for that. But when they've now seen the light and they now have it,
when they see
start
the
wearing
light,
it. Now they'll forget that it wasn't proper. Then, so you see,
I had a collection I did last year. I tagged it the Edufab Imperial collection. It's a collection where there's a side slit. There's a slit by the side that goes all the way up, but then there's something actually covering
the body.
So when I was making that collection, I got talks of, oh, is that not an apron? Blah blah blah. You know, people were coming, so many critics. Guess what? I've seen 2 or 3 celebrities wear it now, and I have clients from abroad. I've shipped that particular collection to Virginia, California, South Africa, and I'm still shipping. And I'll tell you, this collection gave me more money than some other collections I've ever done.
wow.
Now, if I had gone with the criticism from people close, I don't think I would even be here. Because I know I invested money in that collection. And the thing is, today that person is wearing it. You know? So people should.
I think that's even a bigger achievement, like making them wear that thing they've criticized.
And I always tell people, if you can't afford, I'm a fashion designer, if you can't afford me, please, by all means necessary, take that particular picture and go to somebody
who you can afford.
Somebody else
Don't
you can
criticize
afford.
it. Go to somebody you can afford. There's a tailor for everybody.
Everybody, yes.
There's a client, there's a designer who would collect
For everybody,
something you know, for you, because you know. So don't be quick to criticize or to judge. You know, just tell it off for now, and then later see if it's something you can do. You get it. So,
okay, guys, let's do this. 5 things you use your money on as a model.
First of all, my outlooks.
I think it's all about the beauty, guys.
Yeah, of course.
She's all about
Like
the
me, I'm
beauty.
so intentional about how I look. Say, if I have 20 million and I see a particular thing that was 20 million, I don't care you need to get it because it gives me the satisfaction. And
as long as you have it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Then comfortability. Exactly.
3 more.
3 more to go,
Yeah,
right?
1 way to go. She was saying it like she already had it in her head.
Right, but really, I wasn't having anything. I'm just mentioning,
Let's just go on.
And then my ambition, because the medical biochemist thing you get, so I'm going to focus more into it because I love saving lives, in as much as I love impacting. And then my foundation, because I have a foundation I've made that impacts in people, help people, give them reasons to live and all that. 1 month ago was that. I don't know.
We're waiting.
Remind her again what the question is.
Should I remind you what the question is?
Yes.
Good, another, my podcast. Yeah, I've been working on that for quite some years now. Yeah, and then I think it's time to strike.
Yeah.
5 things to use your money on as a fashion designer and a creative director.
More fabrics. I need to get more fabrics.
I just knew fabric so
Because
I just knew it.
I'm at a place where I'm exploring materials. And then now, before I would never wear this particular fabric, so more fabric, 1. Then 2, comfort. 3, I like to impact knowledge on other people too. I like to then 4, I like to give back. I like to society. And then 5, travel. I love adventure. I love going to places, meeting new people. I love going to places that are safe.
That's very important.
Yeah. Very, very safe and welcoming. They're friendly to foreigners. Yeah. That's 5 here.
Yeah,
That's 5. That's 5. Guys, I believe we've said all you need to know about fashion. Doing fashion the right way. Like, there's nothing sweeter than that. And I don't know if it's just me. There are times you don't wear things the right way. I would just feel awkward. Like, there's something missing. There's something missing.
It is always that idea.
But when you do it right, like, you'll be like, yeah, I'm the boss. I look good. I don't even need anybody to tell you you look good. You all know you look good and you've done the right thing. Yeah. So guys, she's a model, a fashion model. Miss World Nigeria. In fact, that one, I cannot leave it out for anything. I can leave every other thing out, but I cannot leave that out for anything. And she's also a medical biochemist. She's a podcast host, and she runs a foundation. So, Lina, do us the honor of telling these people how to reach out to you. I mean, there are times that people, you guys want models now. You want models, so tell them how to contact you.
It's important, right?
It's
Guys.
important.
Just hit me up on all my social media handles at Queen Magdalena, like all of them, and you get me. I'm looking forward to that.
Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, the same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
Queen Magdalena.
Yeah.
That's name though.
Right.
So Chinedu, in case any of those white men watching this show now, because I know you said it's white men you're looking for.
It's not necessarily
Nigerian.
white men.
That's what you said.
I said
They are your target audience.
They are more.
I'm
not
trying to
necessarily-
hold him by his
Not
word.
just the white men, the women too. I make both sexes.
Okay.
Okay, so Chinedu, you're going to tell us your social media handles and how people can reach out to you in case they need your services.
Okay, so I'm still Chinedu. I'm a fashion designer, creative director for Edufab Signature, content creator. I'm a stylist, a wardrobe consultant. I host and I'm a red carpet presenter. Contact my brand name at Edufab Signature, EDUFAB SIGNATURE, and my personal page for tips on fashion, Ejo Handsome, on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, and all.
It's the way these guys carry themselves. Did you hear the name? Edu Handsome
Aw.
and at Queen Magdalena. These guys are tempting me, but I'm not going to say anything. Guys, this is all we can take on to this episode of the show. Please like, follow, and comment. I
That's
mean,
so
without you
important.
guys, we
And
wouldn't
share.
be here.
Yeah.
I mean, season 1, season 2, season 3, and this is season 4. Without you guys, there is no state of the culture. See, keep on liking, keep on following, and keep on sharing.
Sure.
Remember, in everything you do, be nice, be humble. Life happens. And that's all. Bye.